Jesus, you deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Worthy is your name, Jesus. Lord, you deserve the praise. Oh, worthy is your name. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. Oh, worthy is your name. Somebody sing.
Worthy is your name.
Thank you for the cross, Jesus. Lord, you deserve the praise. Oh, worthy is your name. Father, we thank you for the cross. Worthy is
Your name.
Jesus.
You deserve the praise.
You deserve the praise.
Worthy is your name.
Oh, worthy, worthy, Lord, worthy is. You deserve the praise. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Worthy
You
is
deserve
your
it.
name.
Worthy is your name. You deserve the praise.
You deserve
Oh, worthy is it.
your name.
Worthy, worthy, Jesus, Lord, you deserve the praise. Oh, worthy is your worthy, worthy, worthy is your name, Jesus.
You deserve
You
praise.
deserve it, the praise.
Worthy is your
Oh, worthy is your name. Oh, you deserve the praise. Oh, worthy is your name. Father, we thank you, Lord. Say, worthy is your name. You deserve it. You deserve it, Lord. Oh, you deserve it. Oh, worthy is your name. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Oh, worthy is your name. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. Oh, worthy is your name.
The deals are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street. Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
The Tabernacle of Joy, 26 Prince Street, Port of Spain, will be reopening this Sunday, the 13th of March, 2022 at 9 a.m. sharp. Thank you, and may God continue to bless you and your family in Jesus' name.
London, get ready! Pretty British, Brother J, and Ali Berry presents Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. Drink your water and mind my business.
I go drink water and mind my business.
Saturday, April 16th at the Onyx venue, 27A Queensway, Bletchley, Milton Keynes, featuring the big band in the business, Iwer George.
Yes, and this is me, Iwer George, the big boss in the business. April 16th, Soca Madness Part 1. Yes, I'm going to be in London. I'm coming to shell it.
If I had one wish, mash up the place. One more time, mash up the place. I shall love the place. And Skinny Fabulous.
You know what I'm saying, yo, London, April 16th. It's all about the Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. I will be
We be having blinking bad. All the friend them stinking mad.
Music by DTTP, Rigo Suave, the Stage Guard, Selector G, Survival #1, and DJ Winks. Tickets available on Eventbrite UK. Early bird tickets, £25 from March 6th. For more info, call Allison at 447588376951. Trinity British 447404-050703. And Brother J 447508862718. Saturday, April 16th. Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. London, it's your turn.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized, with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Pastor Hannah A. Pabu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division.
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true you have batteries selling for $488?
Yes, Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools.
Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny,
Do you have $488 to lend, man?
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God. God's word direct from his throne room in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost home.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
A pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the Street 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. A pleasant good morning going out to my entire family. Good morning to Ms. Sharon Felix, Mr. Dominic Romain, and their entire families. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, to all of our viewers online. For those of you that are always locked on with us, it's always good to have you guys on the inside. Let me also say pleasant good morning going out to friends and family in Tobago. Yes, Tobago, good morning. Hope you guys are doing okay this morning. Good morning going out to the management and staff of the Street 909 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. So, as I get ready to get into our online papers for today, Wednesday the 9th of March 2022. Headlines in the Express: Paria tragedy scrapped. PM throws out investigative committee following Thai's withdrawal to appoint commission of inquiry. And there's a picture below empowering and showing our or female police officers. Yes, that was for International Women's Day yesterday. So let's get in on the inside and see what's taking place in our news today. Refresh you. Nice. Coast Guard crew grounded. The Coast Guard interceptor crew involved in the incident with a Grenadian vessel has been removed from seagoing duties until the conclusion of the investigations. Man saves granddaughter from falling tree. The heroic efforts of grandfather Oswin Melville resulted in him saving his granddaughter, 1.5-year-old Anastasia Lewis, from death. Ties quits. The government-appointed committee to investigate the deaths of 4 divers in the February 25th Paria tragedy has lost a member, but Energy Minister Stuart Young says, hold on, let me get in quickly and see what's going on. Where is it? Nice. Stuart Young says the government will ensure an independent investigation is carried out. Special Select Committee hears about voyeurism, revenge porn. More resources should be put into studying criminal sexual behavior to better inform legislation and policy, the Trinidad and Tobago Association for Psychologists has said. Okay. Expect consequences for Facebook libel. Facebook libel is not a sport that anyone should engage in, but if they choose to do so, then there will be severe financial consequences imposed by the court. Retired hero, cop honored for stopping a robbery. The identity of the police superintendent who back in 2019 foiled a daylight robbery in a busy area of San Fernando and shot dead one of the bandits has been made public. Inaccurate and unjust, says Paria. Paria Fuel Trading Company Limited yesterday deemed the statement by LMCS to be unfortunate, saying it is now compelled to provide clarity on certain issues, and we read that out for you yesterday in detail. Last rites on shores of his beloved sea. Headless body floats ashore in Toko. And these are the stories that are currently making way in the Express. So let's head over to the Newsday, see what's taking place there. Deceased diver's father, the pain is unbearable. Mark, put Trinidad and Tobago's people first. Brown Gopi Schoon, TNT benefits from CSME. Dr. Rowley announces Commission of Inquiry to look into Paria tragedy. UNC, women's safety must be top priority in Trinidad and Tobago. Prasad Bisesa on ties withdrawal from Paria probe. Good riddance, may God bless you. Oh boy. Soca Kings maintain top spot in Dream 11 T20. PNM Women's League. Party empowers women at decision-making table. Social activists. Women much more than nurturers and homemakers. 2 COVID-19 deaths, 432 new cases. Works Ministry team to review report on Mosquito Creek collapse. No updates on Shagarama's kidnapping. Shagarama's, okay. Kamla increases at pump will mean Trinidad and Tobago can't celebrate gas price bonanza. NCC pays tribute to late Trinbago President Owen Surratt. Mark referred to Senate Privileges Committee. Coast Guard crew in alleged Grenada clash taken off duty. Man 63 held for sexual assault. Venezuelans get 1-year work permit extension. DPP, public interest, sharing of images can hide evil agendas. Tobago religious leaders happy for full church services. UWI Mona campus records positive income for first time in 6 years. ICT students complete Huawei internship program. And these are the stories that are making way in the Newsday at this time. So we head over to the Guardian. And headlines in the Guardian: PM scraps diving probe. PM scraps committee to probe divers' deaths. Commission of inquiry coming. The committee outlined to investigate what led to the deaths of 4 divers at the Parafuel Trading Company's Point-of-Pierre facility has been quashed. Oh, Lord. Right. Okay. Mother of dead diver. Tsunami of prayer sustains family. Heritage investigates source of oil deposits on Cedrus shoreline. Rambarat, Roberts clash on state board chairman also acting as principal. Trial of brothers charged with murder starts in High Court. 2 fined $5,000 each for stealing TSTT cables. Cops seize 17 high-powered rifles at Central Warehouse. Diego Martin man held with protected animals. Headless body found off Toko Beach. Carpenter being sued $18,000 for failing to build kitchen cupboards. Just hold a sec for me.
You're muted, Bruce.
Yeah. Right. Hear me now?
Yeah.
Nice. So, excuse me. Just going through finishing up the Guardian here.
Nice.
So, where am I? Yes. PNM, collectively everyone can break the bias. Hospital defers Kelsley's surgery payment. Kamla, let's continue to work towards gender equality for a sustainable future. Weeks celebrates environmentalists. Government's work from home policy to follow completion of consultants' work in September. Sharon Rowley, we are seeing the light. Union says diver saved other colleagues in 2021 explosion. Minister. Okay, well, I read this already. Right, so these are the stories making way in the Guardian, the Express, and the Newsday at this time. So let me take this time out to say good morning to Mr. Dominic Romain, who has joined me in studio. Good morning, sir, and how are you this morning?
Good. All is well.
Yeah, I see in the, long time parents used to do so, and then they come over here and they shake, I ain't tell you it's time to get up.
Nah, I ain't need that. That cousin used to come and knock the door and clap and all kind of stupidness. And, yeah. Alright, so good morning all. Well, yeah, I don't know if you're probably expecting to see Miss Felix again this morning. But things happen, so yes. So good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Giuseppe, Mr. and Mrs. Regis. Morning, Angie. Well, I don't have my water yet, Angie, but I have something else. So, yeah. So, Mother Tudapura, morning, Mano. Morning to you as well. Nicole Caesar, good morning. Also to Umanoga, and to Mr. I think Nigel Gillis is the gentleman I met in Massey a couple of days ago. Okay. So whenever I encounter some of our listeners, wherever it is, I make it a point to get their name if they are so inclined and to extend morning greetings to them as well. Patsy Edwards, good morning to you. Yeah, Bruce. Well, good morning to all of the heaters and the trolls as well. I'm sure you're all in the process. Yeah, you all are always welcome here. We don't forget you. And to all of the folks on the social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook. And morning to Marilyn McKenzie. Morning, Maro. Yeah. Well, I only got a little piece of your news headlines there. Most telling was that the Prime Minister has decided to scrap the probe and instead institute a commission of inquiry into that incident. Some may say it's a positive development. I'm certain the UNC is going to find a way to criticize it. They would say that what the Prime Minister is doing is playing for time, because it's going to take a little bit of time in order to put together this commission of inquiry, to put together a secretariat and so on, and that in the intervening period, perhaps evidence is being destroyed, hidden, and all of that, because that is the party of conspiracy theories. So I took the liberty of looking at Mrs. Prasad Bisessa's contribution to the Monday night forum, and I must say I found it to be rather disturbing. When I listened, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I listened to perhaps she spoke for about an hour. I don't know, they probably gave her some, I don't know if she drank Gatorade or something, but she was able to, it appeared that she was able to stand up on Monday night. However, I saw pictures yesterday where she attended the funeral of a memorial service for one of the deceased divers, and someone would have gotten pictures of her exiting the church afterwards, where she required help to come down the stairs. She required help to get into her vehicle. Again, speaks to perhaps Mrs. Prasad Bisessa's physical capacity, but they will continue to hide it if she has some issue. But that's the business of the UNC. I listened to her, and she was talking about it's not a matter of if, but when we return to office, in 2025, and all they're going to investigate all of these committees that the PNM put together, the 37 committees that they put together that have all failed, and going to. So right away, UNC lawyers have already started to lick their chops because they don't smell in legal briefs and so on from such an announcement, right? And again, I repeat, if the citizens of this country wish to play fast and loose with their vote and put that individual back as Prime Minister, well, as Mr. Manning would say, crapo, smoke your pipe, right? But in listening to that, whatever that was, Bruce, Mrs. Prasad-Bissessar continues to demonstrate quite clearly why she's unfit to be Prime Minister of this country, right? Even unfit to be the leader of the opposition. And it's amazing to me. This lady, she attacked the Mr. Tia, first of all. She attacked the chamber, the energy chamber. She attacked the members of the energy chamber. And when she was done with them, she went after Republic Bank. So, yeah. She was just pelting bois from her side. Anybody who come in, because as she said, once you enter the political guile, you're fair game, and the UNC will not pass up the opportunity, right? They come in after you. So she is upset because the energy chamber recommended Mr. Tia to serve on the committee, and then she's talking about Mr. Tia's inability to be independent because of his links to the PNM, because apparently Mr. Tia some years ago was on the board of ETEC and would have been appointed by the Manning administration. And then when the People's Partnership came into office in 2010, the board of ETEC was one that was sued, right? That was one of the many lawsuits that they undertook to steal the public's money through legal briefs, right? So in addition to that, what I call lawsuit against Malcolm Jones, which to me was the epitome of stupidity. But we understand now, time has a way of revealing things. And we understand now why they undertook that lawsuit. Really, it was for legal briefs, to thief, right? That's what it was, to thief, nothing else. It had nothing to do with them being concerned about Petrochin and blah, 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 and all that. Because I could never understand why they went after Malcolm Jones and not the board of Petrochin, because Malcolm Jones could not have made that decision with the word GTL on the own. That was a board decision. But for whatever reason, they went after Malcolm Jones, right? How much money? They spend millions and millions. After they say they're going after how many billions, but you spend millions and millions of dollars on that field lawsuit, which is one of the main issues why Mr. Ram Logan and Mr. Ramdean are now before the courts of Trinidad and Tobago, right? But they also sued the board of ETEC, which comprised, I think, Ken Julian and Wendy Fitzwilliam and Mr. Tia and others, because of some investment they made in a company called Bamboo Limited for some $5 million US or something like that, and the transaction went sour. So she saw to link that, and apparently Stuart Young and the current president, the current chairman of Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited were Mr. Tia's attorneys. So she's saying because of that linkage, that Mr. Tia is unfit to serve on the probe, as if this would have been a one-man probe. So the only person that would have been proven was Mr. Tia and nobody else, right? And UNC and Kamla, right? So this one man. So if we have a team of 5-6 people, apparently Mr. Tia is so powerful that he would have been able to override all the evidence and override everything else. So what he said would have been the final say with respect to that report. How stupid can you get? How much more stupid can you get, Mrs. Prasad-Bissessar? But every time you open your mouth, you continue to demonstrate to Trinidad and Tobago. Again, as I said before, you are unfit to even be the opposition leader. You should not even be in parliament, because that level of stupidity is an embarrassment to the parliament, right? But, so, she went to town on Mr. Tia. When she was done with him, she attacked the energy chamber, claiming that the energy chamber is just about themselves, and they don't care about the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and all they're about is is a kind of mafia and giving out contracts to their friends and so on. What she didn't say, Bruce, is what she forget. And then she went after Republic Bank to say, talking about the Nikwan plant, where she said all they had in their account was 400,000 US, and Republic Bank gave them how many millions US, and she wants to know if the reason why Republic Bank gave them that is because Alison Lewis is on the board of Republic Bank. And you see, when you impugn the integrity of these people, right, who have given their lives serving Trinidad and Tobago, apparently Mrs. Prasad Bissessa and the UNC figured that everybody in Trinidad and Tobago lacks integrity like that party. That everybody in Trinidad and Tobago is dishonest, corrupt to the hilt, just as they are, right? So what comes to their mind is what they would have done, Bruce, and they figured everybody else is so. But to compound this stupidity, when you say that it is not a matter of if, but when you return to power as Prime Minister, after you ill-speak these people, after you impugn their integrity, how the hell you expect to work with them if you become Prime Minister again, Mrs. Prasad Bissessa? You think they're going to forget when it is that you become Prime Minister and the Energy Chamber has some sort of seminar or some function of sorts and they invite you? What, you're not going to show up? Well, it wouldn't be a big surprise because, but if you do show up, how are you going to feel sitting amongst these men and women who you attacked, who you vilified, right? Whose integrity you put into question? You don't think about that? I don't understand it, Bruce. I really do understand it. I will send you the clip because I really wanted to deal with that Sunday, but I will send you the clip. I'll just play a little bit this morning. So I can listen to and I know it's difficult for some people to listen to that one. It was difficult for me too. But, in the interest of the public, you need to hear it, understand. For those who might have missed it, that is the depths to which they will go. Well, I'll come back to that. So, Bruce, I was looking at Facebook last night, and I saw the street posted it as well. The Deputy Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, Watson Duke, right? And I come back to an issue we raised last week. Mr. Duke did have a live, and he told us the reason why he got vaccinated was because his wife has lost loved ones, his children have lost loved ones, he has lost loved ones, and he came to his senses simply because his family has lost loved ones. Yes?
Yes.
He didn't say anything else. Okay. And then last week we saw that Mr. Duke and others from the THA were in Florida. Yes? So when we were saying the reason why Mr. Duke wanted to take the vaccine is because he wanted to travel, and his minions from the PDP who like to call the radio station, call and vilify us and say, what kind of thing we like Kuchura and Bacchanal and we creating confusion and whatnot. Our friendly professor from New Jersey called my program this Sunday morning to say that the man is entitled to change his mind and a man is not a man may change his mind and all kind of thing. The same thing Watson Duke said, right? And to lift up Mr. Duke as being a transformational leader. Indeed. All right, no problem. Well, Mr. Duke, being the shameless individual that he is, continues to rub in the faces of the people of this country, or rather he continues to highlight the stupidity that characterizes some members of his party, right? So Mr. Duke is now in Dubai.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is. He's in Dubai, and enjoying his time in Dubai. As a matter of fact, he did a live late last night to demonstrate to us how customer service works in Dubai, where at 12:30 in the morning, he was able to call the front desk and order a chicken pizza, a medium chicken pizza. Yes. So he wanted that.
But any hotel you go to, Dominic, and you order food whatever time, is great.
Well, he was saying, the hotel, the restaurant never closes, and he wanted to demonstrate that, and then, so he gave us the whole, he's one for flair and draft.
First time he flying out, or?
Well, it's been a while. It seems probably his first time in Dubai. So he takes the phone and he calls the restaurant directly. The phone rang about 4 times, and he counts how many times it rings, and then he says, well, let me try the front desk. He calls the front desk, the answer, he says, this restaurant open? They said yes, and we'll transfer you to the restaurant. They transferred him, and he ordered a pizza. Yes, he asked what type of pizza they have. They gave him the list, and he said, well, I'll have a chicken pizza, medium, all for myself. And it took about 35 to 40 minutes for them to bring it up. And it came up to the room, and he had to show us the pizza, and he's admonishing service providers in Tobago, to take pattern from Dubai. This is what customer service is, and you all need to change your mannerisms, and you change this and change that, and provide that level of service.
You talking about manners?
Yeah.
Nah, Dominic, I feel you see somebody else in that video,
Mm-hmm.
Manners
Well, he did a couple of lives yesterday, right? So the first one, he went to the expo. Now, this expo has been running for a while, it seems, because about a month ago, David Naked was there. Trinidad and Tobago has a booth at this expo.
Right.
And Naked went. And again, he needed to demonstrate on an international scale the lack of decorum that represents the UNC. So he decides to go, and he's doing a live at the Trinidad and Tobago booth, and he's loud, boisterous, and rowdy this and rowdy that, and carrying on, and look at what they have here, and they should have this, and they should have that, and all kind of thing, and rowdy and rowdy and rowdy. Now, you in an international expo, you have people from all over the world passing up and down, and you there doing a live, and rowdy that, and rowdy, and kind of PC, get on, and all kind of money, play up himself and all that. So Watson says he's there to try and get foreign direct investment for the THA. All right? Okay. Now, what was of concern to me, Bruce, is, all right, so we realized the real reason why he took the vaccine. But it still have people in the PDP who will tell you that wasn't why he took the vaccine. It's just coincidence that just right after he was declared fully vaccinated, he was on a plane to Florida, and then now he is in Dubai. I don't know where he is going to be going after that, but he appears to be on a little jaunt, because what I couldn't understand, as far as I know, and I did some checking, you could travel from Florida to Dubai, but for some reason Mr. Duke felt the need to go to Dubai through London. Yes, he also said that in the end. So he flew there from London. So from Florida, he went to London. I don't know what he did in London. And then from London, he flew to Dubai. Yeah? So you can just take a flight from Miami International and go to Dubai, which if he flew economy, would have been roughly around 900 US. So when he had to fly from Florida to the UK, and then from the UK to Dubai, stands to reason is more money. And I don't think that the Deputy Chief Secretary would be flying economy, right? Because he need leg room. So we're talking at least business class, which ain't cheap, right? Or first class, which definitely ain't cheap. But the THA has no money. The THA says, through its Chief Secretary, that when you attend future events hosted by the THA, there will be no water, there will be no juice, there will be no snack plates, no refreshments, all right? Walk with your own, because there's no money. And this THA does not plan to spend and waste money like the predecessor THA. That was the BNM, all right? But so far, they're not doing a very good job at that, because the very first major event that they had, which was their retreat, cost almost $240,000. Almost more than $100,000. More than what the most amount of money that the predecessor THA would have spent on a retreat, right? The THA owing CPAP workers since December. CPAP workers ain't get paid. They still owing the people the ex gratia payment that they were promised for Christmas. Well, you ain't get that yet. But your Deputy Chief Secretary, who has no portfolio other than that of Deputy Chief Secretary, up to now, we don't know what is his function other than having a title, has time on his hands clearly because he doesn't have a division to run, to be gallivanting all over the world at the expense of taxpayers. And what all he was griping about zipline. Polaris, you zipline, eh? Money spent, money waste. But 3 months into office, and well, not even 3, it's 2 for Watson because he only took up office in January because his position as PSA president came to an end on December 31st. So 2 months into office, and he's already joyriding around the world. What's the cost of that trip?
Easy
So he says,
ambassador.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be the ambassador for Tobago to Trinidad because remember they were supposed to set up a embassy-like facility in Trinidad to see about Tobago's needs.
Not no more.
Oh yeah, Trinidad is
it gained the traction he wanted, so you had to look for something new.
Agreed.
Right.
Yeah. So he needs to go for that field. So he says he's looking for the foreign direct investment for the THA, not for Trinidad and Tobago, for the THA. So that was a THA decision to send Mr. Duke to Dubai. Or I don't know if he's there by himself. Well, he can't be there by himself because he took several pictures at the expo. So unless he was asking strangers to take pictures of him, I imagine there's somebody else as part of his delegation. Okay?
He partnered still there with him?
But I don't know. I didn't see him. Maybe I might see him today in some of the other lives or the pictures that he may take. Yeah? So then, while he was waiting for the pizza, he decided to talk about the service that he's receiving and the room costing 1,000 and something TT a night. Okay? Now, 1,000 and something TT a night could be anywhere between $1,000.01 to $1,999.99. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
Per night. And he's going to be there for a few nights because he says he has to deliver some short address at the expo on the 10th, which is tomorrow. Okay. So who is he speaking on behalf of? The THA or Trinidad and Tobago? And if he's speaking on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago, is he so authorized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs? Because I would imagine they would need to vet whatever it is he says, because if he says something that is contrary to government policy, then there's repercussions for that. So I'm confused. Is it that Mr. Duke is not aware of protocol? But who am I, eh? I just a bacchanalist according to PDP supporters. I just like Kuturu and Bacchanal. Yeah? So, it had nothing to do with wanting to travel. But I hope that Elizabeth Williams will ask questions when Mr. Duke comes back as to what was the full cost of that trip. Who accompanied Mr. Duke on that trip? Yeah? Because when he ordered the pizza, told them, just charge it to my room. Because when the guy brought out the pizza, the guy asked, so are you paying now? And he said, no, just you'll charge it to my room. You'll charge it to my room means, yeah. You know what that means, right? That goes?
When I come out, I'll swipe my card, man.
Correct.
Zorro.
Because the THA gave him a per diem, something that Mr. Duke is very well familiar with from his travels as PSA president. If there's one thing you know how to do is to spend money abroad. Or you can't go on a trip like that, Bruce, and after 2 years of not traveling, not pick up a suit or two, or a few. Yeah, because I had a lucky part. No, I'm the deputy chief secretary. Hey, I had to look a certain way, right? Okay. So we'll see how that goes. Well, I don't know water this morning. Well, yet. But drink my supplement, you know? Morning, Angie. Mind my business.
Energy and vitality, man.
Right, so I'm seeing a question being posed to me here. If the councillor, Tashia Burris, if she was there, I think she's the Secretary for Tourism. I don't know if she is there, but I guess we will inquire. Yeah. So coming back to the first thing I was talking about, Mrs. Prasad Bissessa's attack on Mr. Tyre, and I think his response was most appropriate, where he said some people, where the good of the country. Come on, what's this? Right, the good of the country, unfortunately, has to play second fiddle to the shenanigans of some people. And well, we know Mrs. Prasad Bisasa wouldn't have taken kindly to that. So I wait to hear what her response is. And I think you read something where she said, good riddance.
Yeah, Papa, you.
Yeah. How disrespectful. This is the leader of the opposition. Is it any wonder, Bruce, that she would sanction or she would support people like Anil Roberts and David Naked and others who have no respect for anybody? Bruce, they attacked the president. They attacked the Police Service Commission. They attacked the independent senators. They attacked the Chief Justice. She attacked the Energy Chamber. She attacked Republic Bank. I'm missing anybody, Bruce? Yeah, and the list just continues to grow. So by the time as she says she comes back into office as Prime Minister,
you're right.
Well, who you're talking to? When you disrespect everybody, when you attack everybody, you can't have a relationship with these people because they know what you think of them, Mrs. Prasad Bisasa. Right? You're just on a roll these days, eh? To hell with everybody. Run down the place. Who is Eugene Dyer? Well, Mr. Dyer is currently the chairman of the Energy Chamber. He's the executive chairman of Energy and Industrial Gases BU of Massey. He formerly served as the president of PPGPL for 13 years. Prior to his appointment as president of PPGPL, he held the position of director of special projects for NGL marketing, and he was the system manager at Conoco in Oklahoma. He has 32 years of experience in all aspects of process plant engineering, operations, and overall business management. He has held various positions in operations, project, construction management, and business development in Trinidad and the US. He's currently the chairman of the Energy Chamber and a former president of AmCham TT, which is the American Chamber of Commerce. He's also a director on the boards of the Atta Lockjack Graduate School of Business, Trinjan Yara, the Point Lisas Energy Association, Advisory Board for Habitat and Engineering Institute. He holds a BSc in Mechanical Engineering, a Master's in Production Engineering, and a Management MBA in Finance, and he's a graduate of the Conoco University of Executive Leadership Development. So he's a gentleman who is well accomplished, right? So he knows more about the energy industry than perhaps the whole of the UNC executive. But Mrs. Prasad Bisasa wishes to attack the gentleman on the basis that he has, as she says, P&M ties, and as she calls it, scandalous, because Stuart Young was his attorney in a lawsuit which her administration brought against a board of which he was a member. But what she doesn't find scandalous, and I've mentioned this before, is the fact that when she and senior members of her cabinet were under investigation by the Integrity Commission in the Emailgate affair, that the president of Trinidad and Tobago appointed one Zainul Hussain, right? And she would have been consulted by the president because the name would have been sent to her. And she expressed no objection to Zainul Hussain, who was a principal in the law chambers of the attorney, Israel Khan, who was representing her in the same Emailgate matter. She had no problems with Mr. Zainul Hussain being appointed the chairman of the Integrity Commission to lead the investigation into herself and members of her cabinet with respect to possible malfeasance as was claimed in the Emailgate affair. That wasn't scandalous. She had no issue with the fact that the chairman of the Integrity Commission was a principal in the law chambers of her attorney who was representing her in that same matter. That wasn't scandalous, Kamla. No, that's quite all right. But you have a problem with Mr. Tia, right? We go into the ads.
Go into the break. We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Happy place in my life, every living day. Happy place in my life, every living day. Hey, I'm a happy place in my life, and it can't change. And I just come out here to do right. Boy, that's why I will never, ever change. Everywhere I go, that's why I will never, ever change. If you're watching in your house right now, that's the show. So when you see me rocking with my friends, it's just a love, it's just a vibe, so yes. And when you see me rocking by myself, tell them it's so far pretend, so me tell them. And when you see the liquor in the end, we live your life like it's no problem. And everybody put your hands
John chapter 8, verse 32 says, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Tune in to the Street 91.9 FM every Tuesday from 6:30 to 7 p.m. for the program Walking in Truth with me, Pastor Gary Grant from Walking in the Spirit Ministries. Come, let's discuss how Christ Jesus can set you free. God bless you.
If your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed,
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Introducing the new and improved Digicel Plus Smart Home. Complete home control right from your phone. Enjoy amazing upgrades, new stylish design, and easier to install wireless cameras. Automatic home and away arming and disarming. One-touch home automations. Easily integrate with Google, Alexa, or Apple. And full color night vision. Sign up now for 50% off installation and 20% off for 6 months. Get smart home now at digicelgroup.com. Digicel, better together.
London, get ready! Pretty British, Brother J, and Ali Berry presents Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. Drink your water and mind my business.
I go drink water and mind my business.
Saturday, April 16th at the Onyx venue, 27A Queensway, Bletchley, Milton Keynes, featuring the big man in the business, Iwer George.
Yes, and this is me, Iwer George, the big boss in the business. April 16th, Soca Madness Part 1. Yes, I'm going to be in London. I'm coming to shell it.
Skinny Fabulous.
You know what I'm saying, yo, London, April 16th. It's all about the Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. I will be there.
Music by DTTP, Rigo Suave, the Stage God, Selector G, Survival Number 1, and DJ Winks. Tickets available on Eventbrite UK. Early bird tickets, £25 from March 6th. For more info, call Allison at 447588376951. Trinity British 447404-050703. And Brother J 447508862718. Saturday, April 16th. Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. London, it's your turn.
It's the sale you've been waiting for. The #1 hardware. All you come. No. Hey, come for your blocks. Come by your blocks. We run the blocks. #1 hardware of your blocks. Hey!
In this pandemic, you need a sale to ease your stress. The #1 hardware has a sale on right now. Hollow-clip blocks, $19.50 per pallet. 4-inch and 8-inch concrete blocks, $1,300 per pallet. And 6-inch concrete blocks, $12.50 per pallet. And listen, if you buy 5 pallets and over, you get a free bag of sand with your purchase. 10 pallets and over, we making it even better with even a bigger discount. We even have 10% discounts available on all in-store items. The #1 hardware will deliver your material home, in your yard, for free. Check us out now at the corner of Frenchfield Road and Bright York Stadium, Bacala, Tobago, or call us at 639-3102, 639-1428, or WhatsApp us on 686-9696. The #1 hardware, building Tobago stronger.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for the program The Final Hour with Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife Nikki Garcia for the Bible study every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mark chapter 16 verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and preach this gospel for every creature, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation."
Are you experiencing terror, experiencing pain, poor mood, stress, driving you insane. Free yourself from all this hell. Something in life yet to make you well. Dispel all the ills that your body stores and prevent yourself from resisting more. Don't worry, nothing will trouble you, cause the fountain of life here to protect you. For info, call 620-9379 or 309-4697.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 919 FM.
Do you need a business consultation? Would you like to learn about investing? Maybe you were looking for investment opportunities. Well, Len Capital Certificates is the company you've been looking for. We're located at number 9 to 11 Fitch Street South, Woodbrook, and our contact number is 324-LEN. That's 324-LENN. Get in touch with us today and we can help you grow your business, make better financial decisions, and enable you to earn a passive income. Feel free to ask about our precious gem packages. But remember, at Len Capital Certificates, it's all about you.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845, 349-5178, or 342-7303.
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale. From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy with Mr. Dominic Ramin and Bruce Swain. Yes, Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so I was told that the link was being sent.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I see a pic.
Right. Right. So, yeah, that's what it's up there for me. But I was making the point before that Mrs. Basadi says characterization of the choice of the energy chamber of Mr. Eugene Tia to serve on the, the now scrapped committee, describing it as scandalous. Yet she didn't find it scandalous that the man who was appointed chairman of the Integrity Commission that was at the time investigating her and senior officers of her government was in fact, just prior to his appointment to that position, serving in the law chambers of Israel Khan as a senior advisor in that chamber. And it is inconceivable to believe that there was never any discussion between Mr. Khan and Mr. Hussain on the issue of Emailgate in between the time that Emailgate first came out and the time that he was appointed. So that alone tainted Mr. Hussain, right? And as she pointed out in her speech, I sent for you just now, that maxim that justice must not only be done, but it must also seem to be done, right? And yet still, she had no problem with Mr. Hussain's appointment because the name would have been sent to her by the president and she approved it. And he was subsequently appointed to that position. Yet, when other persons in society, raised the question of possible bias and conflict of interest. Mrs. Prasad Bissasa's attorney, Israel Khan, was quick to say, Trinidad and Tobago is a small place and everybody know everybody. But apparently, that maxim only holds for the UNC. So everybody know everybody, so it's okay. What I go do? Anybody we pick must know somebody, so it's okay. But if it happens with the PNM, because there's some sort of association, whatever, no, that is totally unacceptable. Can't have that. Scandalous. Just wicked and evil Rowley regime. And Mrs. Prasad Bisasa, yesterday was yesterday and today is today. She talked about, I mentioned before, Republic Bank lending money to the folks at Nikwan. And making insinuations that perhaps because Alison Lewis, who I think is somehow affiliated with Nikon or whatever it is on the board of Republic Bank, as if, again, the depth of stupidity that resides in that party. So Alison Lewis, I didn't know was chairman and CEO and managing director of Republic Bank. I didn't know that she could just bounce in a boardroom meeting and say, hey, lend these people $100 million US. Or whatever it is. Yeah, that's how it is working. In the corporate world, and Mrs. Prasad Bisasa, that's how it works. Bank has no systems in place. They have no strategies, no nothing. It's just one board member and a board of probably about 12 people just bounce and say, lend them money. Yes, you're just an ordinary board member. And you could override the CEO, you could override the chairman, you could override the deputy chairman, everybody. That's how it works. Okay. All right. So that's why Republic Bank needed that money. Yeah, but you had no issue. You never chastised for citizens for lending hundreds of millions of dollars to a particular consortium of businessmen, over $400 million with no collateral, to build a hotel in the St. Anne's area, a hotel that busts. And First Citizens was left holding the bag at debt of over $400 million, Mrs. Prasad Bisasa. And you rewarded the man who was at the helm of the bank at the time that loan was advanced by making him your Minister of Finance. Yes, paying him over $11 million to leave for Citizens to join your cabinet. And did we get value for that $11 million, Mrs. Prasad Bisasa? Plus the salaries that he would have received during the time that he was Minister of Finance. Also, the same man who was at the helm when $10 million US went missing from the NEC bank account. Yeah, he was in charge there too. And you rewarded him by making him Minister of Finance. Yes, Mrs. Prasad says, that's how you operate. And kudos to you. You're bright. Nobody like you, ma'am. No. Bruce, pop my picture for me, please.
Oh, my word.
You know, and again, whenever the UNC gets something to hold on to, they hold on for their life. I wait with bated breath to hear how they respond to the decision of the Prime Minister to have a commission of inquiry. I'm going to drink more water now, Bruce. We didn't hear that. I already anticipate what they're going to say, right?
So your photo is up.
In that photo, you see Mrs. Prasad Bisasa embracing a lady there. That lady is Ms. Catherine Ali, who is the mother of one of the divers who lost their lives. She's also, from what I understand, the wife of the owner of the company that was contracted to do the work, LMCS. Okay. Yes. And she was also, I believe, at one time, but she's a member of the UNC, and also I think at one time the head of the Women's League, UNCs.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, you know, the UNC like to talk about connect the dots, and connect the dots, and connecting dots now. No wonder why they're not going after LMCS. No wonder why they only want to shine the spotlight on Barrier. Yeah. No wonder why nobody in the UNC criticizing LMCS and asking questions about the contractor. No wonder why they were so silent on LMCS. Well, now we know why. Now we know why. Why? They need to make sure that when the investigation takes place or the commission of inquiry, that LMCS is not implicated. You understand? So as far as possible, we need to have people in there who will turn a blind eye to LMCS, which apparently has linkages to the UNC, and in no small way. Mrs. Prasad Bisasa, but all you want transparency yet? So why didn't you declare that conflict of interest, madam? You want to talk about conflict of interest with Mr. Tia, but you ain't talking conflict of interest in terms of the relationship between the UNC and the owners of LMCS and the involvement in your party? What about the perception of bias, madam? No, I don't know bias there. Just like when you spent how many weeks, 2 weeks or 3 weeks in the home of the Gopals, and then coincidentally they happen to get a contract for 40 million from NP. I don't conflict there. A small thing. Nah, I never had no discussion with them about it. What are you talking about? They're mad. They're crazy. What dotishness are they talking? And? Yeah, but you're all about transparency. Central, yeah. What are they say about that? Nothing. Central? Yeah? So we see why it is you all ain't talking about LMCS Central. People keep asking that. What about the contractor? So they put out a water down statement, and look who's their attorney. Gerald Ramdi.
Yeah, boy.
Gerald Ramdi now. Who is the attorney for the families? Prakash Ramada. So apparently it's only UNC lawyers that have in this country. Nothing wrong with that. I wonder why they choose Gerald, but Anna was too busy. Anna have too many briefs. Huh?
That whole statement them put out there was so off, eh?
So off, Wilson. But I saw that. Right. So I saw that Paria also put out a comprehensive statement explaining exactly what happened.
And that was a very interesting release. Very interesting.
Much of which, or most of which, or perhaps all of which, was left out conveniently from LMCS statement.
Yes.
I wonder who drafted that statement for LMCS.
The lawyer?
I wonder if it's the same attorney who, Bruce, at one point in time under the People's Partnership, drafted a 2-paragraph pre-action protocol letter and charged $431,000. You remember that, Bruce? $431,000 they billed the state for a 2-paragraph pre-action protocol letter. You didn't see any wrong profession? I wanted to study law too, but I don't know what happened. I don't know.
You see, for some reason or the other, you had a better vision than to go down that particular road.
I didn't want to rub the state.
For who went down that road, power to them.
Yes.
But the vision that you know, that vision wasn't about that. So your good way is, partner.
Good. I'm good.
Good way, because it would seem as though that having that particular profession, in certain instances under certain political umbrellas, that you tend to do things a different way now.
Yes.
Just saying. So I think a good way is, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a good way is.
Just it's interesting though that you know, these people don't gravitate to these people don't gravitate to P&M attorneys. I guess, you know, you need to have lawyers who have no scruples. You know? There's always you see attorneys' names you hear calling up. First to step up. I see they're like some vultures now running down the Grenadian guys who claim that they were beaten by the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. Yeah. So them same dusty lawyers from the UNC trying to see now if they could make a name for themselves, trying to get the Grenadian guys to want to represent the Grenadian guys. You want to represent these Grenadian guys against your own country. They don't form an opinion already, Bruce. So yeah. But interesting, you know, and in the same way that they could dig up to find things about who affiliated with who and who affiliated with what and all kind of thing. And see, look how easily that came out. Yeah, because there's also a picture here with Mrs. Prasad Bisesa and the owner of LMCS at the funeral or the memorial service. Yeah, I didn't see her at the first memorial service or the funeral for the other guy day before. So it's interesting that she found it necessary to attend this one. Yeah, mouth open, Tory jump out.
All the way out.
Maybe what they had to say now. Huh?
All the
Well,
way
let's see
out.
that. Yeah, but you're all about transparency. Transparency, and you want to make sure that no stone is left unturned. But we have nothing to say about the contractor, and now we know why. Facade recessor, blasted, hypocrite, barrel of deplorables. I will continue to say that, and who don't like it, that's all your business. So, last night, Bruce, there was conversations with the Prime Minister.
Yes.
And yes, I was able to look at a part of it. I had forgotten about it, to be honest with you. And then when I was channel surfing, I came across it. So I got on while the Minister of Public Utilities was speaking. And then the Prime Minister would have given his 2 cents with respect to energy, what's happening with the price of oil. He sort of go into some detail as to why the expectations of the citizens, or some citizens, that Trinidad and Tobago is going to get this windfall is not going to happen. Even though the leader of the opposition, again in her Monday night forum, attempting to mislead people, right, showing her abject dishonesty, talking about Trinidad and Tobago should have been smiling and laughing all the way to the bank and all of that, and with the refinery, and if the refinery was up, and all kind of nonsense. Really, Kamala? But you know who you're talking to, right? Because the members of the literati will lap that up, and then when they go by the rum shop and wherever else that they line to discuss current affairs, they're going to talk that janjat because they heard that from her. Yeah? Not telling the people that, and she's talking about, well, you know, if we still had our refinery, then what we are paying now for importing fuel, we would have been refining our own fuels here, and we would, yeah, but lady, you would have been buying oil at $100 and something a barrel. 100,000 barrels of oil per day, madam, to refine. And what was happening, which led to the restructuring of Petrotrin, was the fact that the margin, the profit margin between what you were paying for the barrel of oil and what you were selling, the refined products that you were selling from each barrel of oil, the profit margin was in the red. You were losing money on each barrel of oil. And at that time, we're talking about oil was $70 and $80 a barrel. So you expect when the price of oil go up to $130 something a barrel, that the profit margin will increase, when it is the price at the pumps remain the same, madam? But all you like to talk economics and clearly don't understand beef from Bullfoot. But you know who she's talking to, right? Because they don't do research. Look, Kamala say, if the refinery was operating, we would have been smiling and laughing all the way to the bank. The Prime Minister spoke about it last night, the issue of subsidies. And may have hinted at the fact that the government cannot support that subsidy bill going forward, or at least not in its entirety. Because the higher the price of oil means that these refined fuels that we buy on the open market and the spot market, we will be paying more money for it. But when it comes here and it is sold at the pumps in the gas station, the price that it is being sold for is fixed at this point in time, albeit that the Minister of Finance did announce an intention to liberalize the sector so that the gas stations, the price of fuel would fluctuate based on the price of oil. We see in Jamaica, the price of all fuels have gone up within the last couple of weeks. In fact, even cooking gas, the price of LPG as well, has also gone up. That has not been the case in Trinidad. But we're quick to talk about this government, the price of everything going up, and this government and this government. Why we don't talk about that? That the fact that prices of these things are going up in other countries within the region, and it's not happening here because the government continues to subsidize all of these things to the citizens, to the benefit of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. All the lifetime complainers who like to cuss out the government and say the government heartless and they're wicked and so on. How come you're not talking about that? Of course, we can't get this Rowley administration any praises. You're mad. If they had increased it, well, yeah, we would have taken to the streets. You would have seen a whole set of memes going up on Facebook about how they increased gas by 2 cents in France and the whole country went up in an uproar. And they had no choice but to reverse it. But here it is, but notwithstanding the fact that the price of oil and natural gas has gone up, but you continue to enjoy the same prices at the pumps, unlike your regional brothers and sisters. We can't give the government kudos for that. Well, no surprise there. Eh? Central, gap. Why are you even calling out Central this morning? But sorry earlier. My apologies. Yeah. I'm wanting to put you all through that torture this morning because I know you are not. Right? Yeah. So, some of the other things, something else the Prime Minister spoke about, because there were a few questions I would put to him with respect to the issue of the death penalty, and he would have spoken to that issue, that is not a government issue. Oh yeah, he expressed in no small way his absolute disappointment with the pace at which the wheel of justice in this country is. He indicated that his administration for the last 6.5, almost 7 years, has expended tremendous financial resources into the judiciary, hundreds of millions of dollars into the judiciary. They have expanded the number of courts. What was previously the parliament at the waterfront has now been turned into courts. They have hired more judges. They have hired more magistrates. They have done just about everything that the government can do to improve the pace at which justice is dispensed in this country, and he has seen no improvement. None. And he says he knows he's going to get some criticism for that, but at the end of the day, he too is frustrated by the matter, the length of time that it takes for certain matters to pass through the courts.
Is it?
And I'm certain he may have been hinting at, for instance, this issue with Ram Logan and Ram Dean. Bruce?
Yeah, boy.
It's more than 2 years now these men have been charged, and all we keep here is the case call and it put off. It call and it put off. What is going on?
Because every time the lawyer comes and says, we're not ready.
Yeah.
And
I thought this was a slam dunk case on the part of the DPP. You all have a witness, a first-hand witness, the man who is basically confessed. What more do you need? But they still insist they want to go through preliminary inquiry to drag out this thing for 10 years in the magistrate's court before a prima facie case could be made out. By that time, Nelson done dead from cancer. This is ridiculous. If it is that you are so convinced that you are innocent, that Mr. Nelson is telling lies, and all of the evidence that the state claims to have is totally untrue, well then you should be more than happy to have the matter expedited and go straight to the High Court, because you know you will be exonerated, because everything is made up, everything is false, none of the claims are true. But no, because you know that is not the case, and you want to be outside for as long as you can. So we know how justice system works in the magistrate's court. You want call, case call today, well, you're ready to proceed? No ma'am, no my lord. All right, we put up this matter for the next 8 months. Or we put it off for a year, Bruce. And then we come back in a year's time, ready to proceed. And then you have to call witnesses, and we know how it goes.
It's a whole process.
Is this, and when the level they ask the question, is this another Asian Steve? Is it that these men will just have that hanging over their head, but they will never see the inside of a jail cell? Having robbed the state, allegedly. Having robbed taxpayers, allegedly. And then they are now talking about getting back into office for another 5 years? Really?
Not my vote.
Not going to get mine either. But unfortunately, Bruce, you have a lot of soft heads out there. Because I'm seeing people who I know support PNM posting a certain nonsense on Facebook in support of all this foolishness. I mean, really? This is all you're really doing. What are you really doing? So you're vexed with Dr. Rowley for whatever reason you're vexed with Dr. Rowley for. And for that you want to put back Kamla Prasad, sir? You like hearing or reading every Monday morning about some minister get caught in some wrong stand-up? You like reading in the newspaper or reading or hearing in the news more allegations of who thief and how much they thief and nothing coming from that? That's what's all you like? You want 5 more years to gripe and complain about the UNC doing this for the people and they doing that for the people? And complaining and nothing for PNM people? That's what you all want? Seriously?
Doing this and that at what cost though?
Besides it. That's it. This is ridiculous. Look, before we open the lines, there are 2 other things I wanted to touch. One, and I'm appealing to the Ministry of Works and Transport. the paving work that is being done or was done on the highway, the extreme left lane from Maloney going down to Piaco. I don't know what the problem is. The contractor came, they did the milling work and whatever it is, but clearly the work has not been completed. We had somebody who called into the station, I think 2 weeks ago, to complain about that. And it is a nuisance to the traveling public, to the commuting public. And now that the entire public service is supposed to go back out to work, you have increased traffic flow on the roads, and you have a lot of public servants who live along the east-west corridor. And I am saying that that stretch of road that is more than 2 weeks now, and it is an inconvenience because it has reduced the highway on that stretch from 3 lanes to 2. So, thank God I don't leave home that early in the morning, Bruce. Otherwise, it would have been stressed because I could just imagine the type of traffic that you have going on there now. I don't know what the problem is, if it is that the contractor who have the material, they're waiting on what. But I think the ministry or whoever needs to put out a statement to let the commuting public from the east know what is taking so long for them to complete that job. It's better they had left the road how it was before and wait until they get whatever material, whatever it is they're waiting on to do the work, because it's ridiculous. It really, really is ridiculous, and it's an inconvenience to the public.
Always say that. Make sure you have everything when you go down and do what you do.
Yeah, it is. Because sometimes you drive in there, Bruce, and then, you forget, and you end up on that stretch there, and the road bumpy no tail. Because they just mill it, and I don't know what they put down, whatever they put on it, but the work is incomplete, and therefore the contractor needs to spend some money to at least put out some sort of press statement or some advertisement letting people know, well, this is the keeper, and this is the time frame in which you expect the work to be completed, because it really is an inconvenience.
Yeah, because that day a while now.
Yes.
Yeah, that day a while.
What at least the highway before they did the work was bearable. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was a lot much more bearable than what currently obtains. So they need to say something. And the second issue, the Social Development Office in Tunapuna. You all need to get your act together. You can't have people coming there every day for a service and people waiting whole day to be attended to and then not getting attended to. And then when they go to the counter to speak to the customer service rep to inquire as to what is going on, they're being told, well, they're probably moving at their own pace. That is unacceptable, right? Some of these people are elderly folks, persons who are well in age, some of them not well, some of them are persons with mental illnesses and so on. I mean, people go in there for Bruce something as simple as to make a change of address and having to wait their whole day and being told that the officer in room whatever it is the officer that attended to them, and the people saying they sit down their whole day and not once did they see the door to that room open. And then when the people come to in the morning, they had to wait until security ready to put out chairs, and you have elderly people and ill people standing up there. You have all these people congregating at a time when we have a pandemic. It is not proper. These people, that's places such as that, you need to have people in and out as quickly as possible, because we're still trying to avoid the congregation of people, and what is currently taking place there, to my mind, is unacceptable. You can't have people taking day off from work to go with their family or whoever it is to get a matter dealt with, and then only to be there for the whole day and then they don't get through. They're losing a day work and for which they're not compensated for, and they may not be able to get another day off to go back and do it. So you all need to be mindful of these things. I don't know what happens at the other offices, but I know that one I've been getting complaints about that particular social welfare office in Tunapuna. You all need to do better than that, right? Service. Oh gosh, the people already distressed. Whatever it is that they come in there for, don't put them through that tuna. Especially the elderly folks who would much rather be home, probably in the recliner watching TV or something. They don't need to be spending a whole day there. And then I understand the toilet facilities there, they don't have any toilet paper and so on. And so what are the people supposed to do? Oh gosh, come now. Better than that. These are the things that cause the government to get a bad name when you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Granted that you would say, well, they have no choice. If they come and they vex whoever, they still have to come back here. No, that is the wrong mindset. All right? So I just appeal to the folks at the Social Development, the Social Welfare Office in Tunapuna, please, help all the people now. Come now, man. Right? Bruce, you can open the lines. I know we were supposed to have an interview, but I guess when they log on, we will just do what we need to do. Yeah?
So guys, you can call us up at 342-0081 466-5391. So let's see who's out there. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Yeah, listener, Dominic and Bruce. And to the listeners, morning to all the listeners. You know, I kind of frustrated. Dominic, what tablet you just take to stay in this politics, brother? Tell me now, go in the pharmacy and buy this thing nerve-wracking, bro. It real, you have to tell me what portion it has mixed to deal with this thing on a daily basis on the radio. You just come and try to deal with it, brother. Because I don't understand how we have our opposition leader that their career, how they manifest themselves in the politics is to denigrate and defame and bring down the good names of people throughout the history of time. Why it is they only doing these things? You know, they just come in to say somebody don't have integrity. So the mainstream media not pointing out this woman for the nonsense that they're doing in terms of everything that come up. They looking to defame and bring down a person name. They just destroy characters. They just destroy careers. They just destroy, you know, a whole company in terms of company had to defend itself in terms of go to the court to prove that they're not in this, and then they just come up and say somebody this way or this person is this and this person. I real like that our brother stepped down in terms of, you know, this woman utterance or he linked a pumpkin and the pumpkin linked to the mango and the mango linked to a fish in the sea so he can't go up. And why are so-called intelligent people allowing this to continue? It is so upsetting, boy, Dominic. But Dominic, you don't do TV, boy.
Don't do what?
You don't do TV.
Nah.
You need to get on mainstream media in terms of to come up against this rubbish that bringing down the country, this bag of rubbish called the opposition that just touching everybody name for the sake of politics. Dominic, I'll call you up to get a tablet. You just take it by your gun later.
Yeah, and you see, Bruce, that is why sometimes it's difficult for the government to get good people to serve on state boards because of that same thing. When it is that you have the opposition digging up and attacking people and for all different reasons like that, that's the problem.
I see it. I see our guest is here.
Okay.
So we could probably do the interview now until the ads, I guess.
Okay, no problem.
All right, so let me just admit.
So that's about what? That is about 15 minutes.
About that, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here, so you could admit. Okay. Nice.
Okay, yeah. Right, so folks, we have an interview this morning with none other than the Minister of Youth Development and National Service. That's one of the, usually it's very difficult to remember the name of that ministry, but with practice you'll get it correct. So we have joining us this morning none other than the Minister of that ministry, the Honorable Foster Cummings. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dominic.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine, and it is the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service.
Right. I always have to see the letters, the ministry letters in my head to remember.
Okay. It's MYDNS.
Right. Yes. So, so your ministry is responsible not just for youth development, but also you have a number of other entities that fall under your portfolio. I think the cooperatives, society, and so on is under you as well.
Cooperative societies, friendly societies, NETCO, dealing with enterprise development, the lead. We also have GAP, the program that deals with the mentorship program for young people and the elderly in terms of care.
Right.
We also have RAP, which is a program of retirees assisting students with their homework, etc. And yes, of course, we have several of the programs that we do in conjunction with the military, which is MILAT and MIPAT and CCC. And of course, we have what we are doing now, revamping of the youth camps and the non-residential youth facilities. Those are some of the programs under our ministry. And of course, today we will talk about the Youth Agricultural Homestead Program, which is a new initiative of the ministry.
Right. So, a very youth-focused agenda going forward, and certainly something that the country needs. And I know last night with the Prime Minister's conversation, there were questions from the floor with respect to what's happening with respect to the youth and agriculture as well. I know that you're also doing some serious work in your constituency of La Joqueta Talparo as it pertains to the youth. You want to share a little bit with us on that?
Well, in terms of La Joqueta, we are really trying to, as it were, change the way people view the community of La Joqueta. We have a lot of talent within that community. In the urban areas of La Joqueta, we have been showcasing our successes. We have a lot of young men who are involved in sport, young women as well, persons who have excelled in terms of their career and academics and skills training, persons who have been doing a lot of community work. And so we have determined that we will showcase the positives. Too many times in our society, we spend a lot of time, highlighting whatever negatives may exist and little attention to the positive elements within the community. We think that by doing that, we will lend some, hope to those who are coming up to use these persons as examples as opposed to those persons who may not be operating within the law. And we have been having quite some success. Yesterday, I met with the police from the community, and we're really working together as a team to make sure that La Joqueta is a place that all persons will be proud to call home.
Excellent.
We have several programs within the constituency. We have been focusing, as you know, on agriculture, but as well, we have a new library that is coming on stream. We have a new community center, and we are also going to be constructing within the constituency of La Joqueta Talparo in the Wallfield community our flagship youth development and apprenticeship center, which will cater for all of East Trinidad, and within the community of La Joqueta itself, a non-residential youth training facility.
Excellent. Now, unfortunately, Minister, this will be the first time that a lot of people are hearing about a lot of the stuff that you just mentioned there. And, I always reference the fact that there are a lot of people out there who say that this government isn't doing anything. And they've been in office for so long and nothing is being done and money is being spent. There's the narrative that the government doesn't do anything for black people and so on. And certainly a lot of what you would have just mentioned there would dispel that narrative and make a lie of it, right?
Well, we have been doing quite a lot. I have been trying my best as the government communication machinery. We disseminate information as we put programs together, and maybe we should do some more. And I will certainly pay attention to that as we continue to communicate to the national community the programs that the government will be rolling out for you.
So what are the outreach strategies that your ministry has employed to attract people to these different programs that you would have mentioned?
Well, in this particular ministry, we do have youth development officers throughout the country, some 30-something of them throughout various districts. And what we do as we develop these programs, with of course some consultation with them and other members of the national community, we do have these officers in the various districts as extension officers going out into the community and doing extension work to attract some of the persons for which these programs were designed. So that, of course, is the on-field work. And then, of course, we have the website, which is very interactive, and you can go on and get all of the information. And we issue press releases from time to time as we make decisions on programs, and, of course, utilize the traditional media as well.
Okay.
and social media, which is where most young people are.
Yes, very true, very true. And there is also the view held by some that a lot of the initiatives of this administration are focused along the east-west corridor. Is there a significant uptake for these programs in the Southlands, South and Central?
Oh, definitely. I can tell you that the government has decided to utilize the former beach camp property of Petrotrin, which is a very large complex, to build out the youth, the National Service Program, the National Service Complex, and that is in South Trinidad. Right. As a matter of fact, the Homestead Program that we will speak about, the first the pilot project will be in Chatham, which is in Point Fortin. In addition, the government will refurbish and reintroduce the Chatham Youth Camp, which along with the Presto Presto and the others. But so those are three very significant programs all in South Trinidad. And Chatham, and Presto Presto Youth Camp, which will also refurbish and reintroduce, is in Central Trinidad. So that there is activity happening throughout Trinidad and Tobago. We will repurpose the Shagaramas Development Center as a youth development and apprenticeship center as well. And of course, I mentioned earlier that we'll do Waller Field. Later this month, I go to Tobago for my second meeting with the officials of the THA, the Chief Secretary and his team, to look at the youth programs that we will work with the THA on in Tobago. That is the reintroduction of the youth camp at, I think it's Mount St. George, and introducing some of the MyLat and MyPart programs on the island of Tobago, as well as some apprenticeship programs.
Excellent. Minister, I think the youth development aspect of your ministry may be more or less self-explanatory, but there is still a bit of, a cloud, a question mark, so on, over the national service aspect of it. You want to tell us a little bit what does that entail?
Well, certainly. Let me just say that yesterday I received the report of the Cabinet-appointed committee, advisory committee on WIDACs, what we call WIDACs and youth camps, okay? And that report, that committee was headed by former Minister of Education, Anthony Garcia, and I received on behalf of the Cabinet that report only yesterday. In addition to that, the Cabinet has appointed an advisory committee on national service, and that committee, of course, is headed by Dr. Ruby Allen of the National Training Agency. And that committee is expected to deliver the report in the next 2 months or so. And that report will guide the government's program of voluntary national service. As it is now, we do have the MyLat, MyPart, and CCC programs, and we also have the transition homes. All of these programs are run in conjunction with the Defense Force. We also have the St. Michael Home for Boys, which we recently awarded a contract to refurbish, and that program deals with how the government treats with CHINs, children in need of supervision, wards of the state. All of those programs coming together will formulate what our national service offering is. And of course, as I said, we await the report of the advisory committee, the Cabinet Advisory Committee, as to how this program will take shape. In the meantime, we have decided to convert the beach camp facility in Palo Seco, as well as the former Teachers Training College in Mausika, which currently houses MyLat and CCC. Government has decided to as well refurbish that complex, and those two campuses will constitute our flagship program for residential national service, all voluntary.
Excellent. So nothing compared to life sport. Thank you.
Well, it's well organized. I can tell you that before the Cabinet right now is a proposal to establish a national youth agency and that agency, of course, once it gets through the approval process, will be the agency that we hope will manage all of these facilities and all of these programs in a very structured way, nothing like what you mentioned before. This is a very organized and disciplined government.
Excellent. Now, I know we just have a couple minutes before the ads. So, let's just get into the agriculture aspect of your ministry as it pertains to the youth. As we know, agriculture isn't something that most people consider to be a bit, for want of a better word, sexy. You know, it's not one of the careers that people would usually point their children to. So, because it's seen as hard, break back work in the hot sun and so on. But the Prime Minister, again, last night, one question was posed to him with a reference to the fact that in large measure, agriculture is moving away from the traditional perspective of agriculture to now people using technology and so on. So tell us a little bit about, is it the Homestead program?
Yes, so the Youth Agricultural Homestead program, we'll be very excited about this program. Young people are very excited about it. On the first day that we launched the application, we had 3,500 approximate hits from persons attempting to log on to get information about this program. And the interest has, our system having some challenges coping with the amount of applications that, or attempted applications that we've been getting. Right. To the extent that we have now decided to extend the application time from the 14th to the 24th to give as much young people as possible the opportunity to apply. Now, the program involves very quickly taking idle state land, developing it, putting the infrastructure in to facilitate homestead farming, small-scale farmers on 2-acre plots. And as you would know, you mentioned that the Prime Minister did indicate that agriculture is now moving in a different direction, away from the traditional type of agriculture to hydroponics, aquaponics, and that kind of smart farming. And so in doing this, we are working in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Digitalization to make sure that we have the kind of technology available for the young people who get involved in the program. You must take part in a training program before you have access to these lands. So the government will develop the lands as well as put a starter home on it. So when you finish the first year component of the program, which is taking place at ECIAF, the UTT Agricultural Institute, you finish your first year of that program, then you get access to go on the lands, do the practical aspect, and you do another year on the lands itself, demonstrating that you really have an interest before we move you into a leasehold arrangement for those lands, and to make sure that you become a successful 21st century agri-entrepreneur, because we are looking to introduce you to business. You get into marketing your produce, you get into exporting your produce. We will have NAMDEF on board, Agricultural Development Bank on board, the extension officers from the Ministry of Agriculture, and a proper monitoring and evaluation team in place to make sure these farmers get all the support they need. To apply for this program, you log on to the ministry's website, which is www.mydns.gov.tt. Let me repeat that, www.mydns.gov.tt. And you just click on the link and it will take you through the process of applying for the program. Applicants who are successful will, as I said, enter the 2-year program, and they will receive a stipend while they're taking the course. And at the end of it, once they qualify to get access to the land, they receive a startup grant of $20,000 from the government.
Right. Oh, I know youth is considered up to age 35. What's the age bracket we deal with?
Yes, 35, up to 35. This program is for 18 to 35. So if you're over 35, you miss this particular program. Yeah. But of course, we have been two things. We have been getting from the national community since we launched this program requests to have a hybrid model where we also have, because it's a full-time program. So persons who are currently employed, they say, just listen, we want to also access the program. We want to make sure we want to keep our job and we want to take part in the program. So we are looking, the technical side of the ministry, we're currently looking to see how we can have a model to incorporate persons who might already be employed and have an interest in going to agriculture. And in addition to that, persons have also been asking, well, I'm 40, but I have a passion and I want to take part. Right. So I will have to have those discussions with the cabinet to see how we can expand the program. But there is the Ministry of Agriculture Homestead program that, of course, has no age limit.
Right. So what about an instance where, let's say somebody is successful, they go through the training program and they allotted their piece of land and so on, but they may want to bring in other young persons to work with them on the land, but persons who may not have gone through that training program and so on. Is that something that is going to be encouraged?
Of course, because we also looking to create employment, so that if your project proposal and your business model requires that you have additional employees or young people or business partners, we will of course support and promote that. We will also have the NEDCO on board to assist persons with their business plan. And this is not a program where we're going to just leave you on the land. We are going to give you the support throughout. For those persons who wish to involve with traditional methods of agriculture, the LSA, which is the implementer of this program on behalf of the government, will as well provide brush cutting services, land preparation services for these farmers, so that headache is not there. And as well, we will have Ministry of Agriculture providing soil testing and advice on what are the best crops to plant, NAMDEVCO assisting with marketing, and as well, for these sites, we will have a 5-acre model farm that will be run by an NGO looking at agro-processing opportunities that we will network with the Ministry of Agriculture to afford these new farmers, to add value and add life to their produce.
And is there any involvement on the part of the ADB in this initiative?
Yes, the Agricultural Development Bank will also be involved. The Monetary Evaluation Office will have on each site, will involve representatives from all these various stakeholder agencies providing support to the farmers. Now, somebody asked last night as well, what are some of the other non-agricultural opportunities available to entrepreneurs? And the answer to that is that in the budget of this year, we announced, one, that government will engage in providing enterprise development hub or business development hub for persons interested in getting involved in business, incubator for entrepreneurs, as well as a youth business park where persons interested in light manufacturing and agro-processing and those other types of businesses will get an opportunity to perform and expand their business. We will soon announce the launch of those programs, and I'm sure the young people will be very excited about those as well.
Yeah. Now, would there be any geographic restrictions in terms of, okay, so you live in Arima and therefore you would be expected to get a plot in Arima? Because I know the opposition is likely to come out and say if it is person from Arima being given lands in the central, that there's some sort of discrimination that you're taking people.
No, there is no geographic restriction.
Yeah.
The program is open to all residents. You must be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, we have plots that will be at different locations. This is just the first plot. We also will be doing a program at La Gloria in New Grant. We will also have a program at Palos Tico. We have a site at Grand Hoover, Santa Cruz, Talparo, Todd's Road, Sangre Grande. So several areas across the island will be having sites for this homestead program, and of course it's open to citizens. You can be from Chararamas and want to move to Point Fortin or vice versa. It's all as the lots become available and as you successfully complete your training program. And it's open to all citizens between the age of 18 to 35, and we have discussed as well with our counterparts in Tobago the idea of having a homestead program in Tobago, and we will continue discussions with the Chief Secretary when we visit Tobago later this month.
Excellent. So I have someone sent a question. Will the ministry be youth-friendly as it serves the youth? The current environment of the ministry is not reflective of a youth ministry. That is the ambience. Okay, we seem to have... you say that?
He has a lag.
That is a very good point. And even in terms of the way the ambience, the ministry looks, different from a regular ministry. And of course, we take those suggestions on board very seriously, and we'll have discussions with my cabinet colleagues as to how we achieve that in short.
Seem to be breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm hearing you now.
Okay, all right. Great. See, I have another question there. It says, because at the ministry, the youth departments seem to require motivation. You want to comment on that?
Well, I don't know where a comment comes from. I met quite a lot of them at the launch of this program, and they are excited and bubbly and ready to go. So that may be, I mean, in every situation, you may have the one or two that, that there is a given life situation, but generally the workers are quite excited about this program. I mean, I hear people say public servants this and public servants that, but that is not the experience I have had in my last 9 months at this ministry. The staff, very cooperative, very excited and bubbly, and respond very quickly, sometimes at very short notice, to implement the programs that the government, will want to introduce to our young people. So that's all. I would just, say, listen, we probably need to interact with some other persons, get on, you can probably contact me directly through the ministry's website, and I will make sure you're connected to some of the bubbly. Yes?
Yes. So, is there any intention of utilizing what was formerly known as the mega farms in this initiative?
No, our program does not involve mega farming. Our program involves homestead farming, small scale, because we want to make sure as many persons as possible are exposed to the facility of being able to become a farmer once they are so interested. Right. So that we have not been looking at that at all. This is a small scale homestead farming program.
Right. And the revitalization of the youth camps, the Civilian Conservation Corps, how is that going?
Well, the Garcia committee yesterday that will guide us in terms of our program for the new management model and the new curriculum for the youth camps. I can tell you that we've decided to modernize these facilities. We are now in an age of virtual learning. We will utilize those facilities as well, and we expand the curriculum to include modern technology issues like coding and computer programming and new age technology, and we will also be operating things like culinary skills, all aspects of craft involving the full gamut of technical vocational training, and to make sure that we produce workers who are ready for the workplace, where young people become business people and job people. The national service component is separate from the youth camp component because that involves a partnership with the military to have a program that infuses discipline, patriotism, and that kind of development of our young people, that those who require it. And of course, I did indicate a voluntary program, but a residential program that will give our young people a sense of pride of country. The CCC program is a non-residential aspect of it, and that program continues to be very successful, offering skills training to our young people. And the MyLab program, which is an academic program, we have seen so much success in it. We're very proud of that program. Persons coming there with 0 O-levels, some of them leave it their full certificate. And of course, that's a program that we're very proud of as well. Yes?
Yes, certainly. And a lot taking place in the industry, and we look forward to hearing a lot more from that perspective. So is there anything you would like to share with us in terms of what's happening in your constituency outside of military youth development work?
Well, we like to see Hospital Paro, of course, is a city making, and we mean by that we are developing this constituency in a way that persons will be proud of the development that is taking place, that it will be a place that people would want to come to live. We very soon will launch food court, sort of Fish Friday activity that you see across the Caribbean. We'll be having our own food court and sample the culinary skills of our residents of La Hoqueta. We launched a farmers market recently, because we have a very wide farming community of Manuel, Paro, Madunivo, Brazos, and Rafael. All our farmers are coming out there and selling their produce. We have the Nales Library soon coming on stream. We have the Youth Development Center non-residential coming on stream. We have the flagship youth camp at Waterfield to come on stream. We have a lot of development taking place in La Hoqueta, Paro, and of course very proud of this community and that's that they have accepted me to serve them for this term, and intend to do my best in developing this place so that people will be proud to call it home. I welcome you to come and visit us at any time, and I welcome Trinidad to be able to come and visit us at any time. This is really the buzz of the activity, and where the young people are, coming into their own and feeling proud to be part of community and part of country. So thank you very much for inviting me to come this morning to talk to Trinidad and Tobago about our youth programs. And I want to just remind those who might be interested in the Homestead program that you log on and apply at www.mydns.gov.tt.
Thank you very much, sir. You've been most informative this morning, and I certainly will take up that invitation to visit the constituency of La Hoqueta del Paro, since I am from the constituency of W. Mera. So I'm right there.
Yeah, well, you're a neighbor.
Yes.
You're a neighbor. So you can come across anytime. Thank you so very much, and thanks to all your listeners for giving us the time this morning to share the government programs. And this certainly will not be my last visit to your show. I will certainly come again as we develop and roll out these programs to share the information with the national community.
And we appreciate that very much.
Well, have a safe and blessed day.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bruce.
Yes, so at this time we will go to the break, and we will return, open up the lines, take some calls. So we'll be back. Keep it locked. Don't shift your dial.
Make some noise for Patrice Roberts for me, please. Oh gosh, girl, looking beautiful. Can we do this one together? You know, like I wind them up. Oh my God! Hey, start the way. Press the man. Start this song fast for me, please. Let's go. Give me the thing. I know you're walking on my head. Nobody could have won me before. Say, Patrice, I want it. I want you. And I could tell you want me to. Now you want me to. I feel you. I could feel your love is what I feel. Yeah. Just say you are.
for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
The deals are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from food stuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
Tune into the Street 919 FM this and every Thursday for the program Conscious Talk, where we are at and where we are going with Steve Antoine as regards the land space for the celebration of Emancipation Day every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk on the Street 919 FM.
Get ready! Pretty British, Brother J, and Ali Berry presents Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. Drink your water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Saturday, April 16th at the Onyx venue, 27A Queensway, Bletchley, Milton Keynes, featuring the big band in the business, Iwer George.
Yes, and this is me, Iwer George, the big boss in the business. April 16th, Soca Madness Part 1. Yes, I'm going to be in London. I'm coming to shell it.
Skinny Fabulous.
You know what I'm saying, yo, London, April 16th. It's all about the Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. I will be there.
Baby, I've been blinking bad. All the friends I'm stinking mad. Music by DTTP, Rigo Suave, the Stage God, Selector G, Survival #1, and DJ Winks. Tickets available on Eventbrite UK. Early bird tickets, £25 from March 6th. For more info, call Allison at 447588376951. Trini British 447404-050703 and Brother J 447508862718. Saturday, April 16th. Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. London, it's your turn. Paying for too many entertainment subscriptions? Well, don't! A Digicel 30-day Prime $199 bundle is your one-stop for premium entertainment. Save big with more gigs for the best premium content on the go. Watch more flicks and binge shows in Playgo with 1 month's free HBO 4-pack. Stream unlimited songs and playlists in D-Music and listen to your favorite podcasts on Go Loud. All your movies, music, sports, and more wherever you go. Just $199 for a 30-day Prime bundle. Upgrade today in my Digicel app or dial *323 $. Digicel, better together.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street, 919 FM.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Ronnie,
do you have $488 to lend, man?
Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
This
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of March 8th, 2022 stands at new positive cases 432, total active cases 22,093. Total recovered patients, 105,204. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present, 130,964. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back on the inside. If you're just joining us, hey, no problem. You're locked on to the Street 909 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy with Dominic Romaine and Bruce Swain. So, Dominic, can we open up the lines? Still muted.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so guys, you can call us at 342-0081 and 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Morning, my brothers.
Morning.
I financial guru, and to my male guru, a female guru, Gambler and Tobago, everybody good morning to the what do you call this thing, mother? What we call this thing again? Anyhow, the listeners of this program, Dominic, I don't know how to thank you again, but I have 4 points. I heard my Prime Minister said last night, 20 years, I thought it was more than 20. Preliminary inquiries for poor people, 20 years. That is one, right? I saw the Prime Minister tell us there was 17 billion in 36 months for the cost of fuel.
Yes.
And you know what's going on? My great-grandmother died. Every week I started to go and buy a liter of kerosene. My Prime Minister just told us kerosene has increased. So I wonder, what is the reason for that? I have a question. I'm asking a question. Is somebody mixing kerosene with dieseline and Trinidad and Tobago because dieseline is so clear now? Right, that is a question, right? And I have one more. I saw TV6 last night because I didn't know about this thing. So I turned on my television last night. Saw it on TV6, but here what's going on. The voices coming out before the action or the action coming out after the voices. And I'm saying, I wonder if this thing live. I ain't seen nothing marked live on TV6, right? All of a sudden, somebody like to tell them something, I see TTT jump on. Like I don't know if they were taking it off of YouTube or where they were taking it from, but all of a sudden they get the feed from TV6. I see TTT, the feed from TTT. I see TTT come up on the bottom on TV6. I see live come up. That leaves me to question, is the media playing a game on the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? People all enjoy it. I hope all you understand what the Prime Minister said to us last night. And hopefully realize the price of wheat. Again, last night the Prime Minister said to us, I saw that more than a week or 2 weeks ago, what is going on with the price of flour and the price of wheat around the world. So I hope all you understand this is not a Trinidad thing. And hope we understand, don't put premium gas in your tiller, don't put premium gas in your tiller now, please. Put super. And here we're going on just now, we have to start to travel a little more. Because I don't think if they decide to raise the gas oil price at $100 a barrel, a liter of gas might cost me $7. I think this time so we start to learn to walk. Enjoy your day, brothers. And Dominic, thanks, sir.
Yes,
I hope Central understand what's going on here.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bruce Wayne.
Morning.
And good morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Let me comment earlier for that wonderful interview with the minister there just now. And I hope that the youth, particularly those of African descent, take advantage of that program, please. For the longest while, we've been talking about agriculture, and you're always saying, I'm not doing nothing for agriculture for the longest while. But you have this opportunity now to take advantage of it. Dominic.
Yes, sir.
And Bruce, when I watch a little bit of the conversation with the Prime Minister last night, and you see any stress level on our guy's face. And what I could tell you, my advice to all you, the discussion, continue to you see what they did with the interview with the minister. Continue bringing the ministers, and Pastor Google have a program every Friday where there's an open door for the MPs to come in and discuss what they could do in the community. Because moving forward now, you see this upcoming local election, don't waste your time telling people who don't get food. There are people, big hardback, men and women with testicular and testicular fortitude there, who should be thinking wisely and should be thinking, doing the right thing to do. You hear me? It don't make sense, because after what I saw last year in the Tobago election, when they interviewed the PNM candidates, and 15 of them, right? Correct? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Right? Or they interviewed the PNM candidates, 15 like them. I'm not too sure if they had extended an invitation to the PDB candidates to come in and be interviewed. But after what I saw there, I just realized that people just be led astray by emotions. So, you see me? You see this here? And I advise you, Dominic, and the other radio talk shows like Pastor Google and Sharon and Aisha Wells. Don't waste all your time convincing people who to vote for. There are people who should be thinking, right? People think in this country, right? Because look what's going on in Tobago right now. You know that the leader is in Dubai?
Yes.
Are you aware of that? He's in Dubai?
Yeah, we spoke about that this morning.
After all the bacchanal, when he's saying that he's not going to take no vaccine, he wasn't waiting for the right vaccine. He wasn't, I think he was in Florida, now all of a sudden he's flying in Dubai. How much money do people paying for that? Right? And we still waiting for the extra share payment. So, you see me, brother man? Let the people decide who they want the thing. If all they don't want it, they all just have to remember something. All they have 3 more years with Dr. Rowley. He's not calling no snap elections. So they could hold vigil, march around left and forth. 3 more years, 2025. Don't force this government to call no snap. No regional elections. Let's see what's going on with the local election and right? Well, I have a choice. Don't convince people against things. People, brother man. It is a waste of time. All I have other things to do. That's the best I could tell you, Dominic and Bruce Wayne. You take care.
Yeah, man. Take care.
And another thing too. Just now, one more thing. The Minister of Health saying that they're getting a batch of vaccines with the Pfizer and it had to be used up. If this thing is not used up, we're not getting more vaccine. Our vaccine, our more intake of vaccine will be in jeopardy. So people, or they have a choice. Is all they want it or they don't want it to survive. We're still in a pandemic per se. You have a good day.
So guys, just some quick information for you. Millions are in bloom. The Lotto Plus jackpot is now an estimated at $2.3 million. Cash will fall like pui flowers with a whooping $2.3 million. Start a garden in your backyard of your brand new home, invest in stocks and watch your money flourish, or even grow your collection of luxury cars. Match 5 numbers and you can win $50,000. Your bank account is about to blossom this Wednesday. Get your tickets for the $2.3 million Lotto Plus jackpot draw. And remember, winners always play Lotto Plus. And that's happening today, guys. So go out there and get your Lotto tickets. That's the only way you'll have a chance to win. So we continue to take your calls. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
The minister wasn't taking any calls because I am noticing on the McBean stretch there, a lot of land are being fenced. You know, so I wanted to know if that is for agriculture or what.
Okay.
All in cool. A lot of empty land are being, you know. So I would like to know if that is land that they're going to use for agriculture or if this is people just fencing.
Oh.
You know, so on the McBean people, land fencing for soap. So I wanted to find out. I don't know if you all could find out about that too.
We could probably find out about it and let you know.
Yes, because all in Couva, all around the the health center around there. I just big fencing going up. All on the Magazine stretch. Land fencing and cleaning up for so. You all check it out now, please.
All right, no problem. Okay. Thanks.
You all blessed day.
You too. Take care. Three 342-0081-466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Bruce Wayne and Mr. Dominic.
Morning.
Yes.
Morning.
I called this morning to endorse my MP who just spoke a while ago here. Yes, I have to endorse the man, because the public have to know what is going on with the Talparo. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in La Hospital, like he just said a while ago, and all over the place. He's doing little things. He can't do everything one time, right? But the minister is working. And that program you have there is a very, very good program. And this will try to get the youth in different frame of mind, be productive citizens of society, keep the importation food bills down. I hope that our young African men take this opportunity to grasp that with their both hands and don't let it go. I'm begging you, I'm begging you all, come out, do the course, you're getting a stipend for a whole year. The first phase, you get a stipend, you do the classes, and then the next year, you come out to do the practical in the field where you'll be getting a stipend also. And after that, more or less, it will be yours then. So I'm begging again, youth, or African youth from the constituency and Trinidad and Tobago, come out, grasp this opportunity to one. First comments, thank you for what you are doing for Lawita Talparo, and we'll be in a better place. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. So the lines are now open. You can call us up. Let's see. Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Big Bruce, brother.
Hey, morning.
A comedian say, Dominic, morning. I was the first man. Morning to everybody.
Morning,
Martin Lowry Jr., Mother Tuna Puna. Let me say morning to my love Sharon Stillman. I watch the feel of ecstasy. Love Stillman. I still love she. Dominic, I was the first man to tell all that. I tell all the man going to pop tags. You didn't want to play the tune at all. Let the man have a good time now, boy. Watch me. I thank God, Bruce, boy. For you grew up with elders, the teacher life in St. James, and I'll ever be grateful to my home community, brother. I understand his life. I tell all the man on a frolic fiesta right now. Bruce, I was talking to that Gemini partner yesterday. Stay away from high maintenance, eh? Stay away from high maintenance. The man say he enjoying single life, you know. Dominic!
Yes, sir.
High maintenance! Let the man go and frolic now, man. I tell the man, die with the man with a TV vaccine for if people want to be right. We want the man to do, not give you up and have a good time. Dominic, boy, as I'll say, boy, fellas, you're going, Bruce. I see the bus service running reasonably good since the Shogunas taxi fares and them don't want to drop. Right? And I want to commend good in because I demand has come down on them. I hope that it could be sustained. I know we people for the moment that has sustained the delivery of transportation service because we have no choice. The Prime Minister tell me that, we're looking at a gas hike. So what you have to have is a reliable bus service in the astronomical routes, Shabona to Port of Spain, Rima, Grande, and San Fernando, where it's astronomical for poor people. Bruce, the bus on Dominic was filled this weekend, totally filled. That is how poor people feeling it, filled. And a room on the bus now, it is 100%. So this is thing when Mr. Manning was trying to introduce the rapid rail, as we were small-minded and we couldn't see the vision, right? The government said, Dominic, they want to bring 300 buses. The Prime Minister said last night he want to come with the electronic bus, and that is something should be extradited because we have no choice. The reality is going to hit, and people are at commute, and them taxi drivers, and if it goes up, they don't hit them. We hard in we pocket here, they're going to spike again. So long the bus service is reliable on the hour and every hour, people will use the bus. I get to come home, I get to go, Bruce. Dominic and Bruce, the end to say, brother, If PNM is smart as a political organization, they will understand the use of Dominic is not just on a state board. Right? They will find ways. Yes, and we just like to talk. They will always find ways for UNCs, find ways for all the activists and all the characters to spread lines of propaganda. They will find ways in order for Dominic to disseminate his information that will touch more people. We have to stop talking as African people and PNM in the whole, right? And start doing, right? Dominic doing his job here, and if they want Dominic to do a job on a greater level, there's numerous intelligent people all over the PNM that could find ways to put Dominic in a situation that he could disseminate factual information to the community. And then I want to say props to Donna Cox too. The Dominican Bruce, the social grants that they told people that to go and get it in their bank account. When they go down into the ministry, they used to tell you 5 and 6 months to get a number just to transfer to your account. I know someone, it was done in 2 weeks now since the stealer of the checks in Grandy. So then public servants can work. All of a sudden, now Bruce and Dominic, they get it to go into your account in 2 weeks now. That was taken 5 months and 6 months and 8 months before. Right? So let me just say thanks to Minister Donna Cox for getting people social grants or the pensioners who want to get in their account in 2 weeks now. Fellas, as I could tell people, end and say, the government hurry up with all their bus service, get proper managers inside of there, and the show had to go on. Fellas, thanks. Take care.
Dominic, since the maxis and the taxis are back to full capacity, right? I hear you mention a gas hike. Nobody shouldn't be raising their fares,
right?
Because I mean, the other day there was a big complaint that they weren't able to carry full capacity, so because of that, they raised the fares. Not so?
Yeah.
So now that
the heads of two maxi taxi associations said that the increase had nothing to do with COVID and the reduction in numbers.
But that is what they said. They came on the news and they said the reason for the increase was because they weren't running at full capacity and they have their families to maintain and the buses to pay for and all these different things. Right? Okay, we're back to full capacity. We all know you're not going to drop the price. Right? We all know you're not going to drop the price. But I hope Olean plan to raise no price, and we the commuters need to stand up. Anytime you see that price goes to raise again.
Yeah.
Dominic, my salary in raise now.
Yeah.
You understand? So when we keep jacking up the prices of this, that, and the other, left, right, and center, and my salary in raising, what are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Look, well, you could miss me with that nonsense. I'm waiting patiently, you know. I'm waiting patiently, because everybody back to full, as we just say in layman term, full 100. So I'm waiting patiently to see. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Merry Christmas, my brother, and how are you this morning?
Well, we're giving thanks and praises for life, health, and strength to being in the land of the living.
That's what we're talking about.
And blessings to you and the family, mom and everybody.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Dominic Romain, sir, Merry Christmas.
Happy Lent to you, sir.
And all the blessings for Easter.
And Independence.
I love your interview this morning. Very, very intelligent interview this morning, Mr. Dominic, sir.
Thank you.
Because the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, I doesn't know whether there's one to know or whether there's one to hear, but thank you for this morning. And I want to thank my Prime Minister for last night. Yeah? Mr. Bruce Wayne and Mr. Dominic. As Barataria say, last night I put on my TV. Well, normally, when I put it on, it is below down. So when I raise it, I realize the Prime Minister on the TV. which is Channel 6. So I scan up the road to see what's going on. I ain't seen nothing and I come back down. When I come back down now and I view, I realize they're going on TTT and CNC3. You see how life is in Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Dominic and Mr. Bruce Wayne? So I wanted to know if these two stations didn't have any idea about the Prime Minister coming to deliver to the nation last night. And you see, Mr. Romain and Mr. Dominic Romain and Mr. Bruce Wayne, we in Trinidad and Tobago, because a guy asked a question last night concerning the smelter. And here the Prime Minister answer, because we always keep missing the boat, Mr. Bruce Wayne. We always keep missing the boat because the price, the guy quote, and the Prime Minister tell him, he say, well, if we really had that, we'd have been in a position today. Because the price the guy quoting for a ton aluminum, we would have been sitting today in studying gas and oil. Because that is a big, how do you call it, investment in any country today, Mr. Dominic and Mr. Bruce Wayne, because we turn down all that. Just as how the union leader they tell the gas people to take the pipe and go. So we always running people, just as how this God, what they call the people, what was going on, sandals in Tobago. So all the development that we supposed to have to brace we in this trying times, Mr. Bruce Wayne and Mr. Dominic, already passed. Yeah. So we had to come now struggling for diversification at Trinidad and Tobago when we already had it up front. You see the problems we just before getting myself in? Mr. Roman, I will ask a question to you and Mr. Bruce Wayne the other day concerning the judiciary in Trinidad and Tobago, and you hear the Prime Minister last night. You hear the Prime Minister discuss the situation in Trinidad and Tobago, the court system at Trinidad and Tobago. So somewhere on the home front, some people could get justice and some people cannot get justice. So I, like my Prime Minister, wondering what is taking place with the court system and the justice system in Trinidad and Tobago. We in a real mess in Trinidad and Tobago. That's why people could do what they want to do in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, Mr. Bruce Wayne and Mr. Dominic, because they had the justice system in their hands here. So this is the problem we have with justice in Trinidad and Tobago. And if my Prime Minister could declare that he'd have no kind of, how to put it, faith or confidence in the justice system in Trinidad and Tobago, who is me not to have any? Mr. Bruce Wayne and Mr. Dominic, people must be vexed with me, say I'm taking up all the time. So all you have a beautiful day, a blessed day, and all you take care outside there from me. Please take care of yourself and all your family. Thanks for the time, Mr. Roman, and thanks for the time, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Yes,
Thank you, guys.
Bless man. Three 4200814665391. Caller, good morning.
A blessed morning to Bruce Wayne.
Morning.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Miss Sharon. Today, all loyal listeners and followers, all on the live. Well, Mr. Sir, get your way. You continue demeaning, disrespecting, belittling. I have enough adjectives to to describe what your agenda is for the last 7 years. If it's not government ministers, it's the PNM, the PNM, the PNM. Well, listen very carefully, Mr. Testa. All PNM better than any UNC. You was showing you, Mr. Testa. Listen to it again. All PNM better than any UNC. Okay? Because you see, you're doing this thing with a spite. You're doing things for spite. You want to spite this one and spite that one. But a woman's spite is worse than a man's hatred. Just remember that, Miss Bissessa. Now, Mr. Dominic, you see America talking to Venezuela concerning oil.
Yes.
You know why? You hear? They want no more oil from Russia because they're going on in Russia and Ukraine. But I want to tell Maduro, be careful with what the carrot and the stick, Mr. Maduro. Make sure all the sanctions on Venezuela is removed and you're freeing U.S. prisoner. I hope all them talk, making sure that all sanctions be removed so that we can get the Venezuelans here who would like to stay and who would like to reach back to Venezuela. Be done. Thank you very much, Dominic and Bruce.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Good morning to you, Bruce, and good morning to you, Dominic.
Hey, Kingsley, morning.
Morning, sir.
And I couldn't believe that people are celebrating and feeling a victory because Dr. Rowley launching a whole committee investigation into barrier, and they're celebrating. They call it this morning a victory of having the lady resign and they get what they want. But the point is that today, anything PNM pick, it will be to the UNC, a cover-up, is a PNM appointee, that person have a PNM card, that person, nothing that PNM decide to do what the UNC called for, because that same carry would have Bacchanal, the government something with that. And this morning I couldn't believe that they're celebrating that. It's a victory for the country. It's a victory. Bisasa. Let me thank Kamapasa Bisasa for forcing. That was the same this morning. That was the agenda they are pushing this morning. Let me thank Kamala Prasad Bisasa for forcing Dr. Rowley and the PNM. I can't believe why we are taking debt and playing politics, playing with crying, playing with lighting candle, playing with talking of the family, and we just on an agenda. I know time is very short, but this is the thing. And I am telling the PNM, the PRO is very poor. The PRO is very poor in the PNM. Why the UNC have the Facebook lock? Why they have the radio station lock? What the PNM is doing? Why the activists on talk show program? Why the activists on Facebook are pushing the agenda? Because the UNC have somebody, I can tell you that, where the activists could go to, where the talk show hosts could go to, where the people who in the front line fighting with PNM could go to and could tell them the problems and get the materials to do the work. Because the UNC organized in that way. The UNC, Kamala Prasad appoint an individual person that activists, that talk show hosts could go to and could share the pain, the passion, and the problems, and that person, Dominic and Bruce Wayne, that person who they appointed to for all the activists and talk shows could go to. Everybody that gets through. Everybody. I can tell you, I was there. I was a part of it. And I am saying that the PNM have nothing. I don't know what the hell they're doing as I work the social media, something yes, we have PM have a PRO, I don't know what the hell she doing. So I am saying that if the PNM do not get the act in order in that way, hell be the portion, you know. And Dominic Ambuson, I thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Could probably take a call before we get ready to get out of here. So let's see who's there. Paula, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic. Morning to all the callers and listeners.
Morning, Jen. Morning, Jen.
Mr. Charles. Mother Tanapuna, Ms. Vina, everybody, man. Oh, Mr. Ruka, Mr. Sawa, man. I want to congratulate the Trinidad and Tobago, the West Indies women cricket team on International Women's Day. They beat England, so we taking that win. Congratulations. Dominic, we still are part of Trinidad and Tobago, right? Tobago is still part of Trinidad, so I could ask some questions. Let me ask them quick. Only not answer me. I want to know if that is a contingent from the tourism board or the tourism department in Tobago that has gone up to Dubai. 1. 2. I want to know if the head of that tourism, I think is she was a former consul in Tobago. I want to know if she's a part of that contingent, if there's a contingent. 2. 3. I want to know if it is true that when Duke knew that there's a contingent going, that he get on so terrible and bad that the had was to take off somebody to add you on it, so that is why he did. Just those questions I want to know. And I want to know again, how could a man, do the people in Dubai know that this man who is out there trying to promote Tobago, that he before the court on rape and sexual assault charges, because into the national world, they don't condone things like that. Those persons are usually resign or they have to leave office or clear the name or whatever. So be interested to know if the persons in Dubai, if they know who it is coming to speak on behalf of Tobago. And as somebody that say, I'll leave it there. You will have a blessed day. Reach home safely. Bye.
So Dominic, we have about a minute again before we get out of here.
Yes, sir.
So any closing remarks?
Not really. I'll have to say stay tuned to the utterances of the opposition today in response to the Prime Minister's announcement last night. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
So guys, be back here tomorrow, please God, with Sharon.
Yes.
Yes, it was a little mix-up week, but nonetheless, we were here every day.
Yes.
We were here every day with you guys, so we'll be back tomorrow, please God. Sharon Felix will be in tomorrow, please God. And Dominic will be with you on Sunday.
Yes.
God's willing. Yes. So guys, as we say, Dominic.
Ciao.
Ciao. Talk to you guys later. Stay blessed.
Of democracy on the street, 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the street. 919 FM.
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, Sneakers, casual and athletic. Shoes, dressy and fashionable. Dresses, formal and casual. Skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out, as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever